What episode is this here?
60.
Wrong.
59.
More wrong.
I don't know.
63. 63. Where did we just come from? Maybe no. Wrong.
She said Cafe Mamo.
Cafe Mamo. It's a new little boutique cafe that opened up in Grand Rapids. We came with Becky and Sean.
Yeah, brunch.
It's pretty funny, brunch.
That's good.
It was pretty good. Got a little hungry at the end, but not too bad.
You mean full?
Hmm?
You got a little hungry at the end?
It's a maybe. Got a little hungry.
Yeah.
I got a little hungry at the end. Why would I say that?
I don't know. I got confused.
Just went to hang out. Didn't get any food.
Got a little hungry at the end.
Got a little bit hungry. Decided against ordering anything. I realize that every time I go to do a thumbnail, I'm not looking at the other videos, and I keep thinking, because I try not to do like the same color in a row, but every time I forget. So then I've done green for the last 3.
Oh no.
I know, and I don't know. I don't. There's something about green that I just must like, but we're not doing green again this time. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Purple.
I try to match it somewhat to like something that would be like contrasting with what's in the background, and it just happens to always be green. I don't know. Maybe because we just sit on the back porch instead of actually going for walks.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm getting closer to the Stephen King full collection. I think I'm at 38 of his books out of I guess I'm not even really getting that close because I'm pretty sure there's 61 or something like that. I'm over halfway though. I found usually when I go to anything other than Schuler's, I don't find that many Stephen King books, but they had one. Where was I at? Oh yeah, the Goodwill. Was that the one? Oh, the Goodwill on Wilson. They had the Tommy Knockers, so that's a pretty good find. Not bad of shape either, honestly. We went to the Meijer for the first time in how long? Oh no!
Several weeks.
Weeks?
What?
I was thinking a month at least. Like a legit Meijer trip?
Yeah.
It's probably been a month. And we spent $300, and I get there, and Sarah is like, I get there, and I see the cart that Sarah's chosen, and I think, well, this isn't going to work for what we want. Because she always immediately defaults to the small little one. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Neither do I.
I like that one when I'm by myself. The other one is too big and it's so hard to turn, and I just don't like it navigating through the Meijer. So if I can get a small one, but I didn't really think about it. It wasn't. My mind was blank. It was already a day.
Blank space.
It was already a day and a half at that point. That was the morning that I got spit up on, so I had to change literally 2 minutes after leaving the house, 2 seconds before leaving the house.
And during that, I don't know, you were like, oh, why is the side of her, we thought, because Maeve was covered in groceries at that point because there was nowhere else to put them.
You know what? You put them on her before you even needed to.
But they would have been on her either way. And at one point, Sarah looked down and she's like, what is so wet? And then you can just see the pee coming out the side of her diaper.
Getting bigger and bigger on her.
And she had already crapped herself.
Yeah, she definitely had. You could smell the crapping of herself.
So
throughout the store.
So yeah. So then Sarah had to take her out, and I guess it was a pretty rough one.
I took her to the car. She was not happy because I thought it was 5:30. She's tired. We're tired. She's hungry. And it was bad. She cried the whole time and tried to squirm away and ran out of wipes. It was just a lot.
It was a double whammy for sure. I've been wanting to have a terrarium for a long time, or at least something that I can put plants in year-round because I can have them out in this room, but, and the cat, and keep them away from the cat. But then once it comes to winter, I had to bring them inside, and there's no good place to keep them. So I was like, I'm going to get a terrarium that's closed so that the cat can't do shit. And we finally done it. I have not yet really figured out the moisture level that it needs to be. Trying to encroach on me, huh?
Trying to take your freaking camera.
Trying to take my limelight from away from the terrarium. There's some couple plants in there.
Yeah, those little ones there.
The little vine thing at the bottom doesn't seem to be enjoying the prospering. I think it might need more sun from where it's at. So we're gonna move it.
I would not water it for a few days.
I'm not gonna water that for a while.
No.
I'm gonna get it in the sun and then see how it does. I also don't know what plants are gonna grow best in there. So we're also just gonna be winging it on planting plants in there. Some will die, some won't. Maybe a couple will survive. And then we'll have a prospering terrarium. Oh, this is.
You need to hurry up.
She says, why do you got holes in your pants? I guess I got a couple more things. Been playing a lot of FIFA 21. It was only $10. Can't beat that. The semifinal Euro games. They had a little RC car that somebody drove out there that had the ball. That's how they got the ball on the pitch. A little RC car.
Really?
So look for that at the game today at 3 at the final. See if they have a little RC car. I'm assuming they're going to, but it was like an RC car and it had a little spot for the ball to sit right on top.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Honestly, I don't know why they couldn't just grab it when they were going out like they do every other time, but they had the RC car.
Boop, boop, boop.
We watched a little Alton's Maniacal Baskets Unchopped.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Pretty wild. Pretty weird baskets.
Oh, some rough ones.
Some rough ones. Sarah returned the cans that we had.
Yeah, probably 8 to 9 bags.
8 to 9 grocery bags. Not grocery. Trash bags of cans. It was $52.50.
How many cans is that, Benny?
Why are you going to ask me a stupid question like that?
Because.
525?
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. 4th grade math. I'm sure I'll tell this story again. I just told it to Becky, but we'll go again. I've been reading this book about sabotaging. Like the British saboteurs during World War II. Because basically at the time that they ran that, I mean, like Nazi Germany had like all of mainland Europe under its control, and everywhere else was neutral. And it was basically England fighting everywhere, with some Norway help, and obviously like Greece they were fighting too. But I mean, like you can only do so much. Like Spain was neutral, Sweden was neutral, Switzerland was neutral, obviously. So they had everywhere else. So it was like Russia on one side and the UK on the other. And it was pretty rough. So they were doing sabotage to hurt some of the Nazi war efforts. And the Nazis had taken over Norway and taken over the Norsk Hydro Dam power plant, which produced heavy water for atomic bombs. And Nazi Germany was like top of the. It like moved to the absolute top of the priority list once they figured out like what was going on there. What is this mama doing? Once they figured out what was going on there, and so they sent these. It was like two groups. It was like they were all Norwegian that they sent there. They trained them in like Ariasag. There's just like this sabotage training ground in Scotland, and then they had like there were two groups of 4. And it was like the middle of the winter, and it was horrible. And they like went down in this gorge because it had a gorge around all 3 sides. And then it had a bridge that was connecting it. So the only way in there was to go climb this gorge. And they snuck in. They broke through this little tiny window, didn't make a noise. They took this one Norwegian dude hostage, this like scientist, and they planted some bombs in some strategic locations. Blew them up. The Nazis like heard it, but they didn't know what it was really because they did it during a thunderstorm. And they snuck out. No casualties on either side. And even like von Falkenhorst, who was like the leader of that of like taking over Norway, called it. I wrote it down. He called it the most splendid coup he had ever seen in a war.
Splendid what?
The most splendid coup he had ever seen in the war. This is pretty good. He was like, wow, this is well done. And it basically stopped. So then the Nazis had a stockpile of heavy water that they were trying to transfer over to Germany, into Hamburg. And another saboteur snuck onto the boat that they had because they like just drove it straight on. It was on a train car. And they just drove the train car straight onto the boat and were shipping that across. And the guy had snuck on there before because the Germans hadn't like guarded the ship beforehand. So he snuck on there, put a bomb. It was like halfway across this lake. Bomb blew up, sunk the ship, sunk the train car. It was like 400 meters down, and that's it. No more heavy water for Nazi Germany. No atomic bomb, and eventually the loss of the war.
She's on a crazy roller
She's on a roller coaster. We hung out in this, which is basically just it's a beach tent, but it turns into a yard tent for Maeve to lay into. Sat there, we did the little front area.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing.
It was nice. The Witcher 2 teaser trailer came out, which was pretty much just a trailer, and it was effing sweet. And I cannot wait for that to come out. And to see Ciri's time manipulation powers, which are going to be awesome. And to see more of Geralt, obviously.
Oh, there's a Kiki.
And yeah, it's a sick trailer. You should watch it. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else?
No, this baby's over this.
Maybe baby needs a nap.
Yes.
Well, it's just a Kiki, and we can end it on Maeve grabbed Wiley's balls earlier. He didn't really care that much, and he's basically succumbed to the fact that he can't attack her, which is good. I don't know how he's come to that realization, but that is the realization that he has come to.
He's also still a little afraid of her.
A little bit. I don't know why, but he is.
It's for the best. You should be afraid of us if you hear
Say bye. Say bye.
I don't know how to talk, Dad.
So there's a cat over here. I can't talk to anybody else. Okay, bye.
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 Take care, baby.